Hello, everybody. I'm Avian, and I'm here to give you some information about how to make a Stardew Valley mod. We're going to do a short little video this time based on something that I learned when I was making my mods that turned out to be extremely helpful, but wasn't talked about a lot as far as modding resources and tutorials went, and that is the blank JSON file. All that is just like it sounds. It's a blank JSON file. All it is it contains the two brackets, and that's it. Unless you want to leave yourself a note like I did to help you remember what it is, which is what these two dashes are. What it does is it helps you load in files without having a conflict either with the original vanilla files or with another mod's file. You can load in your blank and it just loads this up, and then later in your content JSON you do a changes and add in the bits you actually want changed. The most useful spot I found this to be was with the events. When I was writing events, there was something about it where if I just went straight event, loaded in an events file, and without having the blank JSON, I started getting errors. Whereas if I loaded in a blank first and then made changes later, it worked pretty much fine as long as I wrote my code correctly. So for example, if one of the things I did is, I'm just going to pull up my content real quick so you can see how this works. As you can see, I have a section here for loading blanks right here, where it's log name blanks, so I knew what I was doing. I loaded all of my dialogue, all of my events, and I believe I did it with some of my schedules too, where I had schedules dependent on triggers. And then loaded in from file was data/blank JSON, which is where my file is. And then later, if you look up here where I have include, and I also still have locations, dialogue, etc. Those, if you open up, say, my dialogue file, I did this on my dialogue file, instead of having all the information be straight in there, I loaded in the blank first, and then I have this changes section, which is then where I put all my information. And like I said, it just helps prevent some errors. It's not super fancy, not super complicated, just very useful when you're trying to avoid conflicts with other files. And that's it. That's the blank JSON file. I hope you found this information helpful. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.